An American F-15 fighter jet went down over Iran today. The U.S. military launched an emergency search and rescue operation inside Iranian territory. One crew member has been rescued. The search for the second pilot is ongoing right now as this video is being made. This is the first American combat aircraft to go down over Iranian soil in this entire conflict. And the way it happened, the weapon Iran used, and what it means for every American pilot flying missions over Iran starting tonight is something the Pentagon has not addressed publicly. Iran shot down one of the most capable fighter jets in the American arsenal over its own territory. That is not a headline, that is a turning point. Here's what we know right now from confirmed sources. A two-seat F-15 Eagle went down over southwestern Iran earlier today according to U.S. officials who confirmed the incident to Reuters and NBC News. Iranian state media reported the aircraft going down first and said at least one crew member ejected. The U.S. military immediately launched a search and rescue operation. Israel is assisting with that rescue operation, according to an Israeli military officer briefed on the situation. One pilot has been confirmed rescued and is alive. The second crew member has not yet been located at the time of this recording. The circumstances of how the aircraft went down, whether it was hit by a missile, a drone, ground fire, or whether it suffered a mechanical failure, have not been officially confirmed. What is confirmed is that the U.S. is conducting a rescue operation inside the airspace of the country it is actively bombing. Think about what that means operationally for one moment. American Special Operations Forces or combat search and rescue assets are right now flying into the most hostile air environment on the planet over Iranian territory, with Iran actively trying to shoot down aircraft to find a pilot. That mission is being conducted in real time. And it tells you something specific about how seriously the U.S. military takes its commitment to never leave a crew member behind, even when the operational risk of the rescue is higher than almost any other mission currently being flown. Now here's the detail that makes today more significant than just a single aircraft loss. Stay with me. This is not the first time an American aircraft has gone down in this conflict. 4 U.S. military planes went down before today, 3 fighter jets that were hit by friendly fire over Kuwait, and a refueling tanker that crashed in Iraq following an incident with another U.S. aircraft. None of those were combat losses to Iranian fire. All 4 were accidents or friendly fire incidents. Today is categorically different. If Iran's air defense system or ground forces successfully engaged and destroyed an F-15 over Iranian territory, that is the first confirmed hostile shootdown of an American combat aircraft in this conflict. The F-15 Eagle is one of the most advanced fighter jets in the American inventory. It has an undefeated combat record in air-to-air engagements spanning decades. It has never been shot down by an enemy in its entire operational history going back to 1976. If Iran broke that record today, it is one of the most significant military events of this entire war. Here is what Iran could have used to do it. And this is where the story connects to something we covered in a previous video that suddenly becomes much more relevant. The Qordad-15 is Iran's most capable medium-range surface-to-air missile system. It is the system Iran used to shoot down a United States Global Hawk surveillance drone in 2019. Its radar can track targets at ranges of up to 150 kilometers and engage them at ranges up to 120 kilometers. It is domestically produced and specifically designed to counter stealth and semi-stealth aircraft operating at high altitude. Iran also operates the Russian-supplied S-300 system, which is capable of engaging multiple aircraft simultaneously at ranges exceeding 150 kilometers. Both systems have been targeted repeatedly by U.S. and Israeli strikes throughout this conflict. But Iran's mobile air defense assets are specifically designed to survive by relocating constantly. A launcher that moves every few hours is extremely difficult to find and destroy before it fires. There is also the shoulder-fired man-pads possibility if the aircraft was flying at lower altitude during a strike run. Man-portable air defense systems like the Igla and Strela variants can engage aircraft up to 6 kilometers altitude. They are immune to radar jamming, heat-seeking, and can be operated by a single soldier from any concealed position. Iran has hundreds of these systems distributed across its territory. For a two-seat F-15 conducting a low-altitude strike on Iranian infrastructure, a man-pads from a position near the target is a genuine threat. The third possibility is the one the Pentagon is least likely to confirm. The passive infrared tracking systems that require no radar emissions and therefore cannot be detected or jammed. We covered this angle when the first F-35 was hit in this conflict. If Iran has deployed fiber optic guided or passive infrared systems capable of tracking aircraft by their engine heat signatures rather than radar returns, the standard electronic warfare countermeasures that American pilots rely on would provide no warning and no protection. The absence of a radar lock alarm in the cockpit does not mean the aircraft is safe. It means nobody in the cockpit knows what is tracking them until the missile is already in the air. This connects directly to something else that happened today. The war entered a new phase in the last 24 hours that goes beyond a single aircraft. Trump destroyed the B-1 bridge connecting Tehran to Karaj last night. 8 people were killed in that strike, according to Iranian media. Trump posted video of the collapsing bridge on social media with the caption, "Much more to follow." Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi responded directly. He said, "Striking civilian structures, including unfinished bridges, will not compel Iranians to surrender." And then today, Iran shot down an American jet. The sequence is not coincidental. It is escalation management. America destroys a bridge in Tehran. Iran shoots down an American aircraft over southwestern Iran. Both sides are sending the same message in parallel. We can reach things you thought were protected. The markets felt it immediately. Brent crude surged 7.8% today to $109 a barrel. That single number tells you what the oil market thinks the F-15 shootdown means for the trajectory of this conflict. Not de-escalation, not a war that is nearing completion, as Trump said 2 days ago. An escalating exchange in which both sides are now demonstrating new capabilities and new willingness to use them. Trump said this morning, with a little more time, "The United States can easily open the Strait of Hormuz, take the oil, and make a fortune." He called it a gusher for the world. Hours later, an American pilot ejected over Iran and a rescue operation launched inside Iranian territory. The gap between the rhetoric and the operational reality of this war has never been wider than it is today. Here is what the expectations were this morning and what today has already changed. The expectation was that American aircraft were operating over Iran with sufficient electronic warfare protection and air defense suppression to make hostile shootdowns extremely unlikely. The reality is that an F-15 is down over southwestern Iran, and the method of its destruction has not been confirmed, which means the U.S. military does not yet publicly know whether Iran has developed a new capability or employed an existing one in a new way. The expectation was that Iran's air defense network had been sufficiently degraded by 35 days of strikes to reduce the threat to American aircrews. The reality is that a pilot is missing over Iranian territory and another is being treated after rescue, which means the degradation was not complete. The expectation based on Trump's speech 2 nights ago was that the war is nearing completion and the hardest part is done. The reality today is a rescue operation inside Iran, Brent crude at $109, and a bridge in Tehran that the president posted video of destroying with the words "much more to follow." The second pilot has not yet been found. That search is ongoing right now. If you want to know what happens next in this war, watch where that rescue operation goes and what Iran does about it. That single data point will tell you more about the next phase of this conflict than any speech from any government. Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is Global Conflicts Dispatch. Subscribe. Back tomorrow.